Look at this sucker. I finally made the choice and purchased a Quincy 60 gallon 5 horse 2 stage air compressor. Just got it delivered today. And I am about ready to go ahead and get it wired up into the spot where I had my other little compressor, which was in this little corner here. I'm gonna shift around some stuff and open up that breaker panel and get it wired up. Need to go buy a breaker. It looks like it needs a 30 amp breaker. Got a little safety switch right here. Anyway, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. It says it's supposed to be removed from the shipping skid prior to operation. However, I don't own this house, and I'm not sure how that's gonna work. If I have to anchor it to the concrete ground, or if I can really just leave it attached to those 3/4 inch planks right there. I would prefer to leave it on a skid or some type of movable mount, only because I'm going to be transferring again in about 2 years, and I need to pick this thing up and move it again. So what do? I've seen a couple of you, kind of like a guy named In Debt for Kids on his. His looks like his is on a pallet still. I would say if I was staying local and not going to move from this house, I'd definitely mount it to the ground. But me not owning this house, I'm not quite sure what I should do. But anyway, that's it. So bye bye for the 33 gallon here. That one I bought, I don't know, almost a year ago. Coworker of mine's gonna come by and pick it up from me at a very discounted price. It's a great air compressor, and he needs it for working on his boat. I just don't need it for working on the truck. So that's it for now. Today's my one and all day off. Gonna get some stuff done here in the workshop, and hopefully get the truck started again, move it around the yard so I don't keep killing all the grass. But yeah, anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, that kind of stuff. Hey, I got a little extra dough I could spend on some quality tools, so that's what I did. If you got any ideas if I should mount it to the concrete or go ahead and just leave it on the pallet, let me know. Thanks. Alright, here it is. 60 gallon, 5 horse, 2 stage Quincy air compressor. Went ahead and installed it. Put in a 30 amp breaker right here. Took out the little blank. Put in a 30 amp breaker here. And then ran the wire out of the wall right to the safety switch. The on off switch right here. It was really easy to wire up. Actually kind of surprised. So I know it looks really, I say kind of ghetto with that hanging right now, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to permanently mount this because I have not put in any anchors in the 3 feet here. I really don't need it. When we turned on this compressor, it really didn't need it. It barely made any noise. It barely moved, if any at all. I could barely even feel this thing vibrating. It made noise, but nothing compared to what my air compressors on the ship would do. So far, impressed with it, and we'll see how it goes over the next few months. There's no sight glass on here, but what you do is you pop this thing up in your oil dipstick. It comes full of oil. Obviously the drain out here comes full of oil, ready to go. All you have to do is put in a breaker, and you need to attach your mount bolts, and then put in your wiring. That's it. That's all you need to do. So pretty good buy, I think, for under $1,500, and I had it delivered from Lowe's. They just put it on a flatbed truck and took a forklift today and dropped it off at the house, and we just kind of pushed it in the garage. So I'm looking forward to using this thing. I just checked the schedule yesterday, and it looks like I am not going to pick up a 8-week company like I thought I was going to here in a couple weeks, since I took an emergency, how do I say it, emergency. I filled in for a company that they didn't have anybody else, and I gave up my week off in order to do so. So I'm actually out of company as soon as this one graduates at the end of the month. I'm kind of what they call off street, which means that I'm not running a company. I'm going to be doing other things instead. Kind of like receiving, like getting them off the bus and then processing them, get them to medical, get them to uniforms, and then get them ready to be picked up by their company commanders. So out of the last 12 months I've been here, I've actually been in company for 9 of those 12 months. That is a lot. That is probably 2 months more than we typically would probably do in a year. So it's time for a break, and during that break I'm hoping I can get this truck bed done and yeah, move forward. So as you see, my garage is an absolute mess. I mean, some of this stuff here is what was on the shelf in the upper corner there, and there's the shelves. I'm gonna put those all back up there in the corner and go from there. Anyway, that's it. Pretty simple install.